You better leave well enough alone. 'Cause you don't know nothing about Texas strong.
I like that song from Gary Kyle right there. Thanks for letting us use that, buddy. Appreciate it. Brandon Reiner's coming up, but here recently I had a chance to stop down, visit with my buddies from Stephenville, Texas, a little band called 6 Market Boulevard. Y'all check this out. Here we are in Fort Worth, Texas, Capitol Bar, home of the Ranch Texas Music Series. Every Wednesday night, sitting here with the guys from 6 Market Boulevard. Hello, boys.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Great.
It's raining.
Yes, it was, yes.
Is this the worst nightmare ever for a band playing an outdoor venue?
I guess so, maybe. Unless it was like a hurricane, it would
Right.
be even worse, but...
I mean, because I sat there and I watched you guys. You loaded in, you're in the middle of the sound check. Next thing you know, I mean, if things are going up, then you just got to stop.
Sounding great, you know, and then just boom.
Right.
Here comes the rain. Move everything. It's not nice and neat anymore. That's okay, though.
Right.
Show must go on.
5 years from now, what is the goal? I mean, is the goal just to play music for as long as possible, or do you see something at the very end of the tunnel that you're grasping for?
Something we've always kind of set out to do is just stay on the road, stay busy, you know. We've always been blessed to be one of those bands that gets to be busy, you know. There's guys that would kill to be in our shoes, to be able to play every weekend. And, you know, we're lucky enough to have a small demand for us and something like that, so we get to go perform for that. I think that's just the main deal, is just stay on the road, you know. We need to set goals, of course, and we've reached a lot of goals that we've set in the past 5 years that we've been playing.
Right.
So, you know, it's always good to have goals, but mainly we just want to stay busy, stay on the road, and stay true to ourselves.
Ben, let me ask you a question. You and I have known each other probably longer than anybody else in the band here, because you and I go back a few years to far inferior station, far inferior town. That's what I like to say.
Yes, sir.
And I think the first time you and I met, weren't you doing something with Ray Wiley Hubbard, or?
Jeez, I don't know. No, not with Ray.
Who was it with?
I worked with Larry Joe for a
That's
while.
right, Larry
Yeah.
Joe. Okay, that's right.
But we
I knew
met-
it was a legend.
We met before. We met long before that too.
Right.
You and I met. I was 15, I think.
I wish you wouldn't have told that.
Well, it's all right because I'm only 18 now.
We're going to
so-
stop. I got to go take my medicine. You know? So,
I used to work for Larry Joe. That's kind of what introduced me to the business end of the music business.
right.
It was a really great experience, and he and his family have been very supportive of me individually and as us as a band as well. So that's been a good support team to have behind you.
Right. How did the whole band come together?
We met in Stephenville, playing around open mic nights and stuff. I was running one at a bar called the Agave, and Clayton would come in with our original guitar player, Scott Neal, and they'd play, and we'd all sit around afterwards and just get to talking about songwriting and original music, and
Right.
that's kind of where the idea developed. And then a few years down the road, we met Josh over there, and he was really digging on Clayton's songs, and then we all kind of met Red individually, and
Right.
one day he said, "Hey, I want to join y'all's band," or something to that effect. And we're like, "Hey, that'd be cool. We like hanging out with you, all right, I guess."
Right. That's an interesting story. Red, let me ask you, because you and I have known each other before you were a member of 6 Market Boulevard, when you were doing, obviously, Red and the Vitals.
Yes, sir.
And you were having, you know, what I would tend to think, a fair amount of success, again, just based on the reaction we were getting out of Fort Worth.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot to do with you guys too. You know, I mean that's it takes a lot to get out there on your own, and then when you got support like you guys, that's what I think, in my opinion, takes it to the next level. You know, and then people start really looking and seeing that, you know, this is a career move. This is something I'm serious about. It's my passion. And then they hear you on the radio, and they really start to get it. You know, and,
Right.
and a lot of people that not to say they didn't agree, but once they start hearing that kind of stuff, that's when you start getting the overflow of people. So it's a blessing, and I appreciate it. I really do.
Well, I know that Wade Bowen is a big fan of yours. And then
Yeah.
Clayton obviously spoke very highly of you,
Yeah.
you know, early on. Because, I mean, you penned some of Six Market Boulevard songs, 14 miles from home.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, it's a natural fit for you guys just kind of all be intertwined now.
It all worked out at the right time. You know, it was a great timing deal. You know, I'm very fortunate, very thankful to have these guys as friends and to call them, you know, my bandmates and everything. So
Right.
life's good right now. It's, you know, I wouldn't want to travel with anyone else. You know, this is a really tight group.
What's your story about when you started playing music and what led you to it? I mean, as a young kid, what was the thing that you heard or saw that went, man, I want to go do that?
Just my family.
Yeah.
Grew up around dance halls and, you know, just, my real dad played guitar in a pretty big dance hall band throughout Texas.
Yeah.
So I grew up around that like since I was born. And then stepdad owned kind of like their rival dance hall band, you know, so
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So
Really
you-
have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. You almost didn't have a choice. Yeah. What's your favorite song you get to play every night?
It kind of changes.
Does it?
Yeah. You find little bits that you start to, you know, like about certain things. I like playing Say It, like upbeat stuff, you know.
Yeah. Let's see, it's got that good guitar riff right there on the front end of it.
Yeah.
You
Rock
know?
and roll stuff, man.
Exactly
That
right.
and Mailbox.
Jimmy, you sit back there on the drum kit every night.
Yep.
5 years from now, what's this band going to be doing? Outside of, we know you're going to be playing music.
in the nursing home.
What's that?
Come to get me at the nursing home, yeah.
You're going to be in the nursing home, getting the 6 Market Boulevard CD out of your mailbox?
Yeah.
Right. Don't forget me, boy. Send me one.
Yeah, come see me.
Right.
Yeah, it's no, it's a good group, man. It's good times.
Right.
5 years though, there's no telling.
No telling.
Hopefully down the road somewhere.
The CD is called Shake It Down, 6 Market Boulevard. We highly recommend you pick it up. That is a prime #1 recommendation from Lone Star Road, 6marketboulevard.com. You see him coming through town, make sure you go catch the show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
You bet. Let me tell you something cool about 6 Market Boulevard I just learned recently. They were playing a show in Milwaukee, and they looked up, and do you know who was in the crowd watching 6 Market Boulevard? Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Those guys put on a completely different show at that point, and I don't know if they had a chance to meet him or not, but I do know that Ben, the second guy that we talked to there in the band, his dad told me that Steven Tyler was at their show, and those guys were thrilled. So that's probably one of those 5-year goals that they had in mind that they now can check off their list. So 6marketboulevard.com, Shake It Down is the record. Y'all run pick that up. When we come back on the other side, Mr. Brandon Ryder right here on Lone Star Roads TV, brought to you by the Credit Union of Texas. Hang on.